Welcome to the Gompa here at Buddha House. Welcome to healing meditation this morning. I'm aware the air is a little bit stuffy, so we can put the fans up higher if we need to halfway through. We'll just check that out and checking that the sound is okay. My name is Hero. And let's begin by briefly reflecting on why we've come here this morning, a healing meditation. Let's touch into one's motivation this morning. Let's check our posture. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms and hands and fingers relaxed. Just feel the way the energy of the universe, gravity, keeps us connected with the earth. Drawing our back, torso, weight of our upper body. Notice the weight of your torso on the cushion or seat. If you're sitting in a chair, just notice the support offered by the back of the chair. If your feet are touching the floor or a cushion, just notice your feet, connect your feet with the floor, cushion. You're sitting on a cushion, just notice the connection of your seat, thighs, the sides of your limbs. Touching the cushions. Let's just acknowledge that even though it's morning, Mornings can be very busy, things to do, things to be done. And often problems to be solved. Let's notice thoughts. Spill over each other, one after the other, like a waterfall. Simply witness the arising and falling of, or the waning, the passing of thoughts. Maybe a feeling or an emotion. Maybe images and the many stories that our mind is so good at creating. Just witness that that's present. Let's begin the process of selves closer to the essence of each of us. We have a core, that's unchanging, and through the processes of acknowledging how things are for us, spiritually, emotionally, physically, just how things are. And with kindness and compassion, let go of the thoughts that we'll be evaluating constantly what our experience is. And an invitation to let those thoughts pass. This the letting go of the last moment, the past, the anticipation of the future. Everything else that's created in the mind. An invitation now as the stories arise, the thoughts. Let's use our senses to bring ourselves more fully into the present moment through sound, listening. The temperature of the room, sense of touch, of the air flowing past us and around us. The very subtle, lingering perfume of the incense. Or not. Just see if all the senses of touch, sound, smell, taste, that connects us with the present moment. This process of coming home to the now, to the present moment, is one way that we can allow the unfolding of all that gets in the way from just allowing ourselves to be as we are. In this moment. Like we need to give ourselves permission to pause in those gaps between the thoughts. Where we make room for that calls for attention in our life, calls for attention in our body. What calls for attention spiritually, whatever that means for us. This process of the letting go and the allowing our essence to some freedom, unencumbered by all that we lay on top of it, that creates tension in our body. Follows worries, anticipates things that may, but mostly may not happen. Let's thank the mind Allow that to come from your true self. Thank you, mind, for noticing. And if the mind is working overtime, which it often will, simply thank the mind for doing what it's doing. It's only trying to help. Shepherd your awareness back, using your senses. Like it's like, it reminds me of a shepherd. Very gently guiding the flow of the sheep, many thoughts. Some go off on a tangent, gentle nudging. Just allow them to reconnect with the now. So it's letting go, the acknowledging the way things are, acceptance of it just as it is, how everything is. A lot of pain and suffering within us and in our world, ever changing and unpredictable. One thing that we do have is our life, our essence. That is the source of so much abundance. So much abundance that so much of the time we're unaware of. Move your awareness, if it's comfortable to do so, to the center of your body. Not around the heart, but a little bit more central. Notice. Within us is energy created by our body. Force of abundant capacity and love. And just imagine it as a warm light, energy within. And if that's hard to do, to notice the energy there, just allow things to be as they are. Seat of full range of feelings and emotions. So many parts that are there protecting and managing and nourishing our bodies. It's actually a region from all the organs within us that are working as best they can to heal us, nourish us. Sometimes things go wrong. Nonetheless, that life force within you, the impulse for healing, that calls for attention, is what the body wants to do for all of us. Heal. We can help that by allowing those thoughts to pause. To allow those parts that are working overtime in problem solving, analysing, some of those feelings and emotions that we like the least, the rage and anger, pain and hurt, sadness, and joy and excitement and exhilaration and all that is part of being a human. Just moving your imagination, if you can, imagining that warm, light energy, your essence. Just imagine for a moment that the light and energy from the sun, which has been here for so very long before we were here, before anyone was here, and will continue on beyond understanding. Imagine that sunlight drifting towards you, across you, drawing in energy and life, allowing that to spread through the top of your head, flowing down through all the places that are holding and just allowing the light to filter through and bring life and energy through the neck, shoulders, back, chest, arms, and hands and fingers. Just feeling that light flowing through the center of the body, down into your lower torso, moving into every cell within your body. The life force of light moving down through your legs, knees, lower limbs, feet, and to the tips, very much to every part of your body, through to the skin, and allowing that is moving, the light within your body moving through and circulating and bringing that force. That allows you to take your breath with your next breath. Just imagine that your lower belly is a balloon. And if it's comfortable, don't do this if it's not comfortable. But if it is, just breathe in a slightly deeper breath. Imagine your belly filling up like a balloon. And then release the air as slowly as you can within comfort. Another breath in your own time. Taking in a slightly deeper breath, imagining your stomach is filling up like a balloon, full of air. And a slower release, gently. One final breath. Breathing in. Release slowly and gently. Let's take a couple of minutes. So just stretch if need be. If you want to move to the floor cushion or to the seat, now's the time to do that. Or vice versa. Find that comfortable place again. Now we're going to do a meditation. You may have heard this word Tonglen. Tonglen. Many, many different ways of doing this practice. But it's, in its simplest terms, it's about taking and receiving. Let's bring our awareness back to the movement of the breath. And look, I acknowledge that for some, breathing and focusing on the breath can be uncomfortable. So just trust that if it's something that doesn't feel right for you, just chill out. So become aware of the natural rhythm of your breathing. Just wherever you notice the breath, where it's most obvious. And I also say that if there's anything in terms of the guiding that I'm giving that doesn't feel right, then also just step out. So we're going to focus on the taking and giving around two aspects of the darkness and the lightness. And by this, we're going to be practicing imagining, using our imagination to imagine suffering that we might be experiencing, or just suffering generally, pain, the kind of negativity within us, imagining that being like a black, heavy, perhaps it might be a hot kind of substance, a hot kind of light. And then we'll be moving into imagining the opposite of that. Your own time, just bring up in your imagination the quality of suffering, pain, difficulty being this sort of black, heavy substance. It might be difficult to do that. You can maybe just use your breath to just imagine as you breathe out, the toxins from the body kind of moving out of the body. You might imagine there's kind of a flow of this black, kind of heavy-like substance just flowing out as you exhale. Just see if that helps to kind of bring up this quality of darkness, black and heavy. And just imagine this black, heavy, kind of hot kind of substance, light. Imagine that it's outside of you, and as you breathe in this blackness and heaviness, heavy pain, suffering. Next exhalation, just transform it into the most intense white light, allowing that to flow out of you. And try it again. And then bringing your awareness to your body again, internally, just seeking out places of pain and discomfort, hurt, the suffering that you experience in whatever form that is. And visualize that as being very black and heavy. A gentle shift. Imagine the pleasure and happiness that's also there within you. And whatever there is, any tiny pieces, if there's not much, just imagine that that pleasure and happiness is white, cool light. Staying with the natural rhythm of the breath. As you're breathing in, bring in more of the black and heavy quality of that whatever it is, light, allowing that to enter your body as you breathe in, joining in with all the other negativity, the suffering that's inside. And then imagine happiness, a pleasure, and transform that as you exhale, this white, cool light. And see if you can repeat that again, your own time. Breathing in the black, heavy pain and suffering that's out there, outside of you, bringing it in. And then in a way cleansing it, letting it join with the negativity within and in your own time. Transform it, thinking pleasure and happiness, allowing that white, cool light to flow out. Allowing the natural rhythm of the body to be maintained. The darkness coming in. The lightness flowing out. And opening up to the reality of the suffering existence of yourself and all other beings. We're not alone. But we're also acknowledging through this practice there's happiness, freedom, and goodness outside of it, in it. Still with the awareness of breathing in the black pain and breathing out the white goodness. Bring your awareness to someone you know who is suffering, or someone that you don't like who is suffering. And just for now, to imagine that pain and suffering as this black, heavy substance. It's comfortable to do so, to just invite that, or the flowing of that suffering that you experience, the suffering in the world, suffering among people you like and dislike, and allow that to move towards you and bring it in to your body with the next inhalation. And allow that blackness, that heaviness, to be transported, transformed, imagining pleasure and happiness and white light is clearing all of that darkness within. Allowing it to circulate through your body, through to every cell. Freedom of that light. It's like clearing out the cobwebs. It sort of spills over all that's the negativity within one. And a light to flow out from you towards the other person, persons who are suffering. Allowing the body to breathe naturally and imagining that darkness coming in, being transformed and flowing out. despite whatever calls for healing within us. Is that others experience too. And living pain and suffering. And through taking in that darkness, from others, from things that are going terribly wrong, we have not a lot of control about so many things. We can allow that essence within us to transform that in any moment. And despite that pain and suffering, to allow giving. Through generosity. Generosity to others who we don't like. The gift of giving. Kindness and compassion. Is healing. It's not about condoning the bad things that go on, have gone on, will go on. But it's about freeing ourselves to be with that profound essence of loving kindness within us. I invite you to recall your intention for being here last hour, and dedicate any benefits of the practices to yourself.